Hey guys, Braden here, and today we're taking a look at the Jurassic World Primal Attack / Dino Escape Zuniceratops. It's been a while since I've done a review of a Mattel figure, but honestly I wasn't terribly interested in what a lot of they had out, and a lot of the times the figures that I was interested in I could never find. But this guy was at Fred Meyer's that I went to today, and I decided, he's only $10. If I don't like him that much, he was only $10. And picked him up. Nothing else there was anything that I was terribly interested in of the line. But this guy I was kind of interested in, if only because it's a Zuniceratops, and you don't see those that often in toy form. So yeah, I was kind of interested in that. Now this guy is, I think, what this line calls the attack packs. I don't remember what they are referred to in this line, but it is an attack pack sized figure, so it's pretty small. Definitely a bit larger than some of the previous attack pack figures, or at the very least it feels larger. I don't actually have any of the other ones with me, but it's definitely, it feels a bit bigger than the earlier attack pack figures. It could just be me, I could just be going crazy. And it's interesting, because it's the Zuniceratops. You don't usually see toys of this guy. And I know some people like to complain that Mattel is focusing way too much on obscure genre and not giving the more famous dinosaurs the spotlight. But honestly, I think that's fine. I think it's fine to focus on more obscure genre, because it means that we get toys of them. And even if they're not the most accurate, they're better. And this is an herbivore, so in general, it seems like herbivorous dinosaurs are harder to get wrong. And for the most part, this guy looks okay, accuracy-wise. He is a bit shrink-wrapped in his frill. It's a bit difficult to see in this lighting, but there are these big holes in the frill that are obviously visible, and they're not painted anything, so there's no purpose for them being visible, really. He does appear to have the right number of toes. He does have 5 toes on the front feet, and I don't remember where the Ceratopsians had 3 or 4 toes on the back feet. He has 4, so if they had 4 toes, they got that right. If he has 3 toes, then they got that wrong. But if they did get that right, or if they did get that wrong, they at least got one set of the feet right, because the front feet would have had 5 toes, though they did give each toe a claw. So there's that one, only the first 3 should have one. Though they didn't paint any of the claws, so it's not exactly easy to notice. That's a thing Mattel kind of skimps on, is painting the claws on their dinosaurs. Which is a little annoying, but in this case, it's excusable to some extent. He has the standard articulation of most of the attack pack dinosaurs. The limbs can be moved, though I don't really see why you'd want to. The tail can be swiveled around if you really want to, and the head can look that far up, that far down, and you can wiggle it side to side. So, usual articulation for an attack pack figure. And as with all the figures in Mattel's line, he does have a sticker on him for the Jurassic World Facts app, and it's right there in this guy's case. My one complaint that I feel about this guy is that I feel like his proportions might be a bit wonky. I mean, I can tell this is a Zuniceratops. I can mainly tell because the head is really distinctive amongst Ceratopsians, with those curved upwards brow horns and the lack of a nose horn. Very distinctive, although you could also say this is a Tyrannoceratops, because I think they basically look identical. But the legs just seem a bit too long to me. That could of course be me just being crazy. But I don't know, the legs just seem a bit too long. The colors on this guy are okay, though they're definitely a bit weird looking, with this dark blue on the back and this kind of mustardy yellow on the body. Not bad looking, but just a little weird. And some gray used for the horns and beak, and orange used for the eyes. So, fairly simplistic color scheme amongst Mattel's figures, but like a lot of them, it does have a little bit of a wonky feel to it. But this guy's not too bad. He's actually pretty nice. As a attack pack figure for only $10, this isn't actually that bad. Like I said before, it's an herbivore, so generally those are harder to get wrong. But overall, he's not bad. I actually do quite like him. This is also one of the very few Zuniceratops on the market. There's also GeoWorld Zuniceratops, but I wouldn't recommend supporting GeoWorld because they're a terrible company. And then there's also the Beast of the Mesozoic Zuniceratops for the Ceratopsians line that they have, but that figure is ridiculously expensive because it's a Beast of the Mesozoic figure. So, if you want to save your wallet, as I mentioned, again, $10 for a decently accurate restoration of Zuniceratops, go for this guy. But if you don't really care for Zuniceratops or you're not interested, Then skip this one.